Hello and welcome to another video to Union Arena. This time I will be focusing on the HunterxHunter decks. On this side I will be playing the green Kurapika deck, the 7-cost Kurapika, which has like Impact 1 and a when played ability to either rest an opponent character or gain the Sniper ability. We also carry the 5-cost Kurapika, who also can get Impact and can scout the top card of your deck. And as a support, we got the Lirio, which can gain impact and can draw a card if he is not blocked during my turn. And our last support will be the Neon, which can play a card from our top 4. Yeah. She can scout the top 4 cards, and we can play a character with 1 AP cost, which is basically any of these characters, if you have the required energy. On the other side, I will be playing the blue HunterxHunter deck, featuring the Killua and the Gon. So both of these cards, they require specific slot cards, and they require them with unique names on your hand. So the mission of this deck is to draw like as many cards as possible to activate like both of their when played or no, activate main or when attacking ability. As a support, we bring the Bisky. And the Bisky allows us to KO any character based on the number of specific slot cards we have in our hand. This deck will be featuring 5 unique specific slot cards. The first one will be Angel Breath, which can play a character from your sideline. The second one will be a Strip of Beach, which allows you to draw a card and increase your maximum hand size to 15. The third one, the Toremon, which is a character card, which we will not really use. Then we have the Paladin's Necklace, which can remove a rated card, and lastly the Risky Dice, which we also not really gonna use except for to have on our hand. Okay, I will be playing with 5 life points again, simply because it's a showcase video and I'm playing against myself. And my first turn will be with the green Kurapika deck. I will gain 1 action point, I will shuffle the deck, and then draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. So we drew one of the 0-cost starters, which can give us up to 2 energy in 1 turn. However, we didn't draw any 1 or 2 cost energy, which means we will have an early game energy problem. So normally I would mulligan this hand, but in this simulator it's kind of difficult, so I will just keep it because we have 1 0 cost and we can draw up to 2 cards next turn. So we will rest our first action point and we will play the Zatots in the energy line and pass our turn. Okay, the blue HunterxHunter side, we will gain 2 action points, we will shuffle our deck and also draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we got a total of 3 different specific slot cards, which is pretty good, which means we could activate his first ability to draw a card, activate main. We also draw 1 0 energy cost, which allows us to add a specific slot card from our sideline to our hand, which is pretty good. Okay, it's the first turn, it's the second turn, so we're gonna draw an additional card. We have 2 0 energy cards, which is pretty good. Again, I didn't mulligan this hand, but 2 of the 0 cost is all that you basically need, and also we gain 1 of the Killua, which means we could possibly perform the raid later on with this character. Okay, for 1 action point we're gonna play the Bisky in the energy line, and for the second one we're gonna play the Killua. And now we're gonna pass our turn. Okay, we also get 2 action points open, and we also get 2 action points, and we hope to draw a 0 or 1 cost this turn, or a possible 2 cost would work too, but yeah, let's just hope. And we draw 1 cost, which is pretty good. This turn I could play this card and play this card again. Or I could spend 1 to draw an additional card and then have only 2 energy for the next turn. If I have 3 energy on board, I could play this card and have 5 for one of the Kurapika. So I will not draw an additional card. I will use one of the action points to play the Lirio. His Wind Blade ability activates. Return 1 character with a cost of 1 or less energy to your hand. So it will be this one. And for our second action point, we will play the Satots again. And now we'll pass our turn. Good. We'll get 3 action points ready now, I think. Yeah. No. We will stay at 2, I'm sorry. And we will draw an additional card. The 2-cost Killua, which has a good when attacking ability and also 3000 battle points. I kind of want to play the Strip of Beach this turn. Simply to draw another card. Yeah. So we will not spend an action point to draw an additional card because we will play the Strip of Beach this turn. Should I move anyone? Nope. I could. No, I need 3 energy for this. Hold on. Okay. For the first action point, we'll play the Killua in our energy area. So now we have 3 energy, which means we can play the Strip of Beach. Now, we kind of want to have this card in our hand because it's a specific slot card. However, we also want to have at least one of them on the field to increase our maximum hand size to 15 cards. Okay, I'm gonna draw a card. And now we cannot do anything, so we're just gonna pass to our opponent. Okay, now we will get 3 action points. Draw a card. Another 0 cost. A 0 cost that we could rate. Do we draw another card? I don't think so. I think we're gonna try to build our board this turn. For the first card, first action point, I'm gonna play this character. Now we at 5 total energy, which means we could play the Kurapika and the Lirio. We will play the Kurapika in the energy line, activate his Wind Blade ability, look at the top card. Then we will keep it on the top of the deck because it's a searcher. And for the last one, we're gonna play the Lirio on the front line. Okay, and then we'll pass our turn. Okay, set 3 action points to active. Draw a card. A risky dice. We have a total of 1, 2, 3 specific slot cards on our hand. Should we play the Bisky? Nope. We will spend one of the action points to draw an additional card. And we get the KO spell for Gon, which is pretty good. So I will use 1 action point to raid the Killua. Upsala. To raid the Killua and move it to the front line. In hindsight, I should have moved him too. Yeah. And then for the last one, we're gonna play Gon in the energy line and hope that we don't forget about him next turn. Hey, hold on, no. We're gonna play him on the front line, so we can draw 2 cards actually. Yeah, so we're gonna use Gon's ability. If you have 3 or more specific slot cards, you can draw a card. We have 1, 2, and 3, so we can draw a card. He's rested, by the way. We're gonna swing with the Killua. 4000 battle points when attacking. If I have 2 or more, I can draw a card. If I had 4 or more, I would gain double damage. So I go draw 1 card. Another Gon. Okay. So my opponent needs to block now. but since this character only has 3500 battle damage and it would be better to keep it on board, he will just take the damage. And it's a Neon, not a Trigger. I will end my turn and set both of these cards back to active. Okay, my opponent has 2 characters, which is pretty strong. Well, I only have 1 character, which is pretty bad. However, we can move the Kurapika this turn. So we will have 2 strong characters on board. So we will draw our cards and we will get the Searcher Gon. Now do I want to draw an additional card or do I want to perform the raid this turn? One, two, three. No, we will not draw an additional card. In the movement phase, we will move this Kurapika to the front line. Then for the first action point, we will play the Gon on the front line to search for Killua, Kurapika or Lirio card. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Okay. Search top 5 cards. Is there any other restriction? With 4 or less required energy. Lirio. We have another Lirio on hand, but otherwise we could only get the Kurapika, so we will just get the Lirio. And the rest will be placed on the bottom of the deck. Next, we will spend 1 action point to play the actually no. We will spend 1 action point to play this Kurapika into the energy line. I have 5 energy right here. I will also activate his second ability, so he gains an extra energy, but we need to sideline him at the end of the turn. So we have 7 in total now. The reason why I want to play him instead of the 0 cost is because this Gon deck has a card which can remove the top rated card, and having a stronger Kurapika on board is just better against this deck. So we will spend our last action point and raid this Kurapika and bring him to the front line and set him as active. Oh, no, we didn't end our turn yet. His When Blade ability activates, and I will choose to gain the Snipe ability. Okay, we're gonna move to the attack phase now. Since we have 6 or more energy, this character, this character will have impact 1. But since this character has Snipe 1, only this turn, right? Or forever. No, he gains it forever probably. We're gonna swing with him first. And we're gonna attack the Killua. Next, we're gonna swing with the 4K and impact. And generally should not block this attack except for a nullify if you have like a nullify impact, or if you have like a stronger character. So we're just gonna take this hit. Get this card to your hand. Okay, now we could also swing with the Lirio, but he currently only has 3500 attack and he has 4000, so he would just get blocked. So we will end our turn and set everyone back to active. And this character will get sidelined. We have already like a big hand with like 9 cards. Luckily we can have like a total of 15, but we're still missing some of the specific slot cards that we want. 3 action points and draw a card. A Killua. I will not draw an additional card because we can just draw an additional card with this Gon while recycling our hand. We will move the Killua to the front line to have like a stronger body on board and to draw like an additional card and cycle. For our first action point, we will play the Gon, activate his When Blade ability to draw a card and put one card into our sideline. Then we will use the second action point for the Paladin's Necklace. Choose one rated card on your opponent's field and place its top rated card into its owner's sideline and draw a card. So we're gonna get rid of this Kurapika and draw a card. We have 1, 2, 3 different specific slot cards. We're still missing 2. So for our last Don, I think we will just KO one of the Kurapikas. Because we have another Paladin's Necklace on our hand and we can get it back with Bisky. Now, move to the attack phase. We will swing with him first, simply to cycle our hand a little bit. So we draw one card and we will put this card into our sideline. Our opponent can just block it with this character because he has 3,500 battle points. I just realized I should have activated this effect too, but we're already in the battle phase. Or whatever, I just allow it now. So we will activate this effect to draw like another card, because we have three different specific slot cards on our hand. Oh, and another paladin. Okay, we will attack 4k, and again our opponent doesn't really want to sacrifice anyone. So I think I could block this attack with this character because I cannot attack with him anyways, and a lot of characters could get like impact 1, which is pretty strong, and currently this character doesn't have impact 1, so we'll just block it. I will end my turn and set everyone back to active. We will gain the 3 action points and draw a card. We have 4 energy at the moment, which is pretty bad. We get another Satox though. However, we will spend like one action point to draw like an additional card, which will be a Lirio. Okay. So should I give him impact this turn and just play one character? We definitely need a little bit more energy though. We could give him impact though if he play 2 characters on the energy line. I think that is better. Yeah, that is better. So for the first one we will play the Satots in our energy line, and for the second one we will just play the Lirio. Now we have 6 energy in total and this character gains impact 1. We will move to our battle phase and we will just swing with this Kurapika, impact 1, when attacking, look at the top card and place it at the top or bottom. A Neon. You know what, we will just keep it because I have never played this card, so I will just see how it will work in this deck. So we're gonna attack 4k, impact 1. Both of these characters have less battle points, so it wouldn't be wise to block this card, so we will hit for 1 damage. Final trigger, oh that's pretty bad. Okay, I will end my turn, because again I cannot really attack with this card, it would just get blocked by the Gon. And pass it over to my opponent. Okay, gain 3 action points and draw. We have 10 cards. We are still missing some of the specific slot cards, mainly one of the Strip of the Beach, and can't remember what the other one was. Can draw an additional card with him. Yeah, we have a lot of draw power at the moment, so we don't need to spend 1 action point to draw an additional card. Does he have any raid? He doesn't have any raid. We will flip one action point to play the Gon and draw a card and sideline one. We get a Biscuit draining. That's pretty good, but we have a pretty full board already too, so we might be able to use it next turn. We put the Killua into the sideline, even though I could use it for a raid, but like we still have this card. I could KO a 3k with Bisky. I couldn't KO anyone. So I guess we just play another Gon. Oh, firstly, we will activate this Gon's ability to draw an additional card. Another risky dice. So we will rest one, play this Gon on the front line, and also activate his ability. Another Gon. Should we just play another Gon? Okay. I will just play another Gon on the front line. Uses active main ability and draw a card. Damn, yeah. We're really not hitting the good ones here. Okay, move to attack phase. We will swing with this Gon. 4k, my opponent can block it. He has a lot of bodies on board, so I think I shouldn't like sacrifice one of my characters to block this attack. So we'll just take one life. Not a trigger. That attack went through, so we're gonna hit with the Killua. He has 3k, so we will just get blocked by one of these characters. However, I can activate his when attacking ability to draw a card and sideline one card. Oh, finally! Now we have 4 different specific slot cards in our hand. We will remove one of the risky dice. Okay, we will set everyone back to active. And oops, we will end our turn. Okay, so our opponent has like a pretty strong front line at the moment. We're gonna set 3 action points open, and we're gonna draw the Neon, which we placed on top last turn. We're gonna move the Lirio to the front line to have like a potential blocker. And then I think before I play this character, I will play the Kurapika. I can raid the only front line, right? I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna play the Kurapika on the front line, and then for the last 2 action points, I will play the Neon and hope to find the 7 cost Kurapika, the top 4 cards. I will grab him and put the rest at the bottom of the deck. Since I have 7 energy in total, I can perform the raid this turn because of her ability. So I will raid this Kurapika, switch to active, may move to frontline. Yeah, switch to active. I use his Blade ability to gain the snipe ability this turn. I use all my action points, so I will move to the battle phase. This character has impact 1. Firstly, I'm gonna swing with him to KO one of the Gorns on his side because of the snipe ability. Then I will swing for impact 1 with this Kurapika, which again shouldn't be blocked by any of these characters, because it will deal damage no matter what. And he will hit a get trigger. Oh, so I think now he's at like 5 specific slot cards. And then both of these Lirios can be blocked by the Gon, so I will not swing with these characters. I'm gonna move to the end phase and set everyone back to active. Okay, we will get 3 cards. We now have all 4 different specific slot cards in our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, all 5 different, sorry. We will draw 1 card. Okay, we draw the Killua. So we could use a Bisky draining this turn, but we already have 3 people on the front line. However, these cards will get impact 1 now, which is pretty strong. And this card will get double damage. I could also use the Bisky to KO one of the characters. Oh, this will be a really good turn, I think. Let me just calculate. So we're just gonna start playing, and I gotta be a little bit careful. So we're gonna use 1 action point to play one of the Paladin's necklace. We have another one in our hand to remove the top card, put it into the sideline, and then draw a card. How many cards do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 cards in hand now. For the second one, we're gonna play the Bisky training to get 2 action points back to active. We're gonna choose 2 of these action points to play the Bisky on our front line. I think, yeah. Activate her Windblade ability. I have 5 different specific slot cards in our hand, so I can KO 5k. But I'm just gonna KO this Killua, which has 4000. And then for our last action point, we're gonna raid this Killua. Now, activate his ability, give him impact 1, and activate his ability, give him impact 1, because we don't need to draw more cards, since we already have 5 specific slot cards in our hand. Then we're gonna move to the battle phase. We're gonna start by swinging with him, activate his when attacking ability, and give him double damage. So I definitely have to block the double damage attack, and I'm gonna use my low Kurapika for this. Then I'm gonna swing with the Gon impact 1, which he could block, but it wouldn't like be wise to do, because then he would still take 1 damage. And it's not a trigger. And I'm gonna swing with the second Gon with impact, which will connect. And it's not a trigger. Okay, I will set everyone back to active. And I will end my turn. Okay, I will draw the 3 action points. I will draw 1 card. A Hunter license. So my opponent actually did a mistake, what I just realized, because I have 2 of the Illyrio on board. He has only 2 life left, and I can just use 2 of the action points to give them impact, and hope that none of these is like one of bad trigger. So I'm gonna use just 1 action point, lay another Illyrio on board, and then for the 2 action points, I will give him the ability, activate main ability. I will move to the battle phase. I will attack 5k, impact 1, which will hit no matter if he blocks or not. And active, choose 1 character on your field, switch it to active, it gains 3000 battle points this turn. So this might actually save him. Use this trigger on any of these cards is probably good. Gonna use it on the Killua. I'm gonna attack with him, 5k, which he can now just simply block. because this character has 4,000 battle points, but it gained like 3,000 battle points, so it is 7k. He's at 5k, the impact 1 doesn't hit, it doesn't connect, and I'm probably dead next turn. So set them back to active, and I will pass over. He will get active, this will go into the trash. I will draw 1 card, gain 3 action points. I don't really need to use any of them because I will give him impact 1, I will give him impact 1, and I will give him double damage when attacking. This character gains 1500 battle points and impact until the end of the turn. Yeah, so he cannot do anything. I will swing with this Gon, impact 1, and see if he has a final trigger, but even that wouldn't save him now. And it's not a trigger. So the specific slot deck with Gon and Killua won this round. It just shows you that like once you get like the Gons on board and can draw like a lot of cards, and once you have like at least 4 different specific slot cards on your hand, this deck is like pretty strong. But yeah, to get to this point, yeah, you need to have like a little bit of luck. So this was like the showcase of the HunterxHunter decks, the blue Gon and the green Kurapika. I think both of these would be like popular decks to play. They're both pretty fun, especially this deck, although his snipe ability is pretty good and you can give like almost everyone impact, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna showcase the other HunterxHunter decks too. They're like a little bit more than in the Bleach set. And they're pretty fun to play. Like we have like the purple Phantom Troop, or what else? We have the blue Bombers. We have a green Gon deck, and I think there's one more that I'm missing. But yeah, if you enjoyed the content, see you next time.